Alright, let's see. Okay, let me go. Alright, let me sure monetization is on my YouTube channel. Alright, let's see. Just give me a moment. Alright. Oh, whoa, wait, where's that coming from? Shoot. What the heck? Oh, jeez. I had it. God. That was just too weird in a way. Hi! Sorry. Hi there. Welcome. Hey, you can speak English? Of course I do. What the... Okay. Just... right now I am going to go through the whole entire, WWE Wrestlemania, weekend, and we'll talk about the NXT Takeover and WrestleMania. And now, before we talk about WrestleMania, I want to talk about the NXT Takeover because I was going to try to do that yesterday, but I went to just talk about the predictions. But anyway, so apparently, as of yesterday, and Saturday was really kind of crazy. I know you guys are probably thinking, well, this can't be true. I was like, but yeah, it is. So apparently, they during the NXT, hi, thank you for becoming my fan. Anyway, how old are you? I'm not gonna tell you. Oh, jeez, thanks. Anyway, so Saturday was the NXT takeover, and and it was kind of crazy to talk about. But I mean, if you guys haven't seen the NXT takeover, I highly recommend you do it right now. Go to www.network.com to sign up for a 30-day free trial. I know I shouldn't be plugging this, but I mean, it's the only way you guys can check out the NXT takeover. Because these are spoilers right now. Anyway, what happened was, during the NXT takeover for pre-show was and beginning of the NXT takeover show, No Way Jose got viciously attacked during access by all members of the entity, and it turns out that they had well, because of that, William Regal had no other choice but to announce that Roderick Strong and his team had to find a replacement. So it turns out to be who I thought it was, and I knew it would happen. But yeah, so what happened was Roderick Strong, along with Ty Dillinger, that woman. I'm not gonna call her by her name because it's I'm not gonna curse, okay? But I prefer to call her Heidi Lovelace. And And the three of them had to find a replacement, and I knew it had to be somebody, and it turns out that was who I thought it was. It was indeed my favorite wrestler. Which like I said before, I'm not gonna call him by his WWE name because it's corny. But yeah, I'm talking about my favorite wrestler, Chris Hero, and why 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 did he came out and helping them? Well, it's because apparently I had a feeling about this, and at the same time, I mean, at the live shows, he was. Wait, what the? Did it just restart it on me? Oh, dang it. Hi, welcome. Jeez, did it just restart it on me? Hang on. Even though I'm on you, even though I can't believe the YouNow app just reset it. This. I'm very sorry, guys. I don't know what the heck's going on. Am I still streaming? Ugh. I mean, that was kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, still am. It's just that the time for but I'm still am because it says like 8 minutes. It's I'm kind of sorry about this. Yeah. So anyway, back to what I was talking about, the NXT takeover. So yeah. So the reason why that happened is because of it and because of what happened. But anyway, so apparently, as the NXT takeover happened, of course, with the first match, and doesn't say that Sandy took over, but since one of the members had got on to the Royal, sorry, the the WrestleMania pre-show Battle Royale, which I will talk about that a little bit later. So anyway, after the that tag team match we had was I think it was the debut of you watched WrestleMania? Yeah, I did. I'll talk about that later. I'm going through the NXT. All right. So debuting and went up against. I know they are back. I thought they weren't, but we'll talk about that later. So I'm going to continue on with the NXT situation. We'll get right to WrestleMania, okay? So the debut of Aleister Black going against that boy Cien and Almas, and he is keeping his broken. It's called not Broken Universe. It's called Broken Brilliance. He is still doing it. I mean, despite being interviewed, he is still doing his Broken Brilliance gimmick. We'll talk about that later. So wait, back to how delightful, of course. We'll see. We'll talk about more about that. But anyway, so I also definitely floored Cien really, and then of course there was the NXT Tag Team titles. Changed, and apparently the others the tag titles and it was just madness. Though I think the effort came out of was DIY. These guys I have ultimate most respect for DIY because After all, these guys used to be wrestling in the independent scene. I went to watch JNX. Well, there is another way you can do that. You can try to search online. I mean, I know I'm trying to plug into Day Network, but I mean, I could say about there's another way, but I can't talk about this on here. Yeah, you have to understand. I'm sorry. But anyway, so what happened on so then after that, I think there was the man, how did I forget what's next? Of course, then I think it was there was appearance. I think them go from the NXT Women's Championship between the two ladies, the current NXT Women's Champion. Oh, I can't say it. I can't pronounce what her name is, but I'm going for her to Kana because this is the reason why WWE comes up with ridiculous names, and I can't present or I feel like the names are coordinated, and I prefer the names that I know of familiarized to me. You think? Well, she still has the championship, but I don't know when. And I mean, and they don't have a good opponent for her yet. And I thought on the girl known as Ember Moon, but I prefer to call her Athena. She beat her. I mean, yeah, so that's what happened, and beat her in the match, and she seemed to be still champion, and I don't know when they're gonna get the belt off of her yet. I mean, it's been going on for like a year. The language barrier is going to be ultimate flaw when she gets to the main roster. I agree. I mean, I'm still understanding and how she speaks. It's her and Shinsuke Nakamura. Both of them are still trying to work on their English, I guess you can say. I really understand. I really am trying to understand much of what she's saying. And like, for instance, she talked about she just dissed her opponent, and I know she said she said, Ember Moon still works here. Yeah, I agree. I knew. Yeah, I do agree. So yeah, but the main event of NXT Takeover was really going well. I mean, I know Nakamura was having Bobby Roode giving the run, but Roode just capitalized that. It was just completely crazy, completely weird in a way. Yeah, we'll see that soon. So anyway, yeah. So in the ending of this whole entire man, no titles have been changed, and so the debuting of the yeah the debuting of all the new tag belts that had been by William Regal during Access was seen, and it was actually there's so Roode's still the glorious champion. Yeah, Roode still is the glorious champion, but that may change because apparently there might be somebody may be coming after Bobby Roode, and I hate to say this, but it's actually Drew. Actually, he's known to most of us as Drew Galloway, but to the world, he's actually Drew McIntyre. It's been revealed maybe going after Bobby Roode and become the new NXT champion. I know I had to say that, but he was there at the NXT takeover as Beth Phoenix and Edge, because they were both there because they're Hall of Famers. Drew was definitely was cited, and it's on the WWE website that Drew McIntyre is returning. Nah, Jinder Mahal is in the main roster, I think, still. And I don't know about Heath Slater, but no, they're not going to come to NXT. I think after Drew's crazy run in the independent scene, and I guess I hate to say this, but don't get mad at me, but TNA wrestling as well. I think Drew. I think Drew's going to be best to be staying on the NXT roster, and he'll probably become the NXT champion. I mean, because the article says that it's on the website. It's called Drew McIntyre officially signs as an NXT superstar. So I know he should have been eliminated sooner, but yeah. All right, so let's talk about WrestleMania. Mostly the pre-show to begin with. So yeah, the pre-show was starting with, I mean, two titles were defended during the pre-show. The cruiserweight that was of Neville defending against Austin Aries, and I'm just glad that Neville just retained. I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm sorry I had to say it, but I mean, it was just sad that happened with Austin Aries. I mean, I'm not keen on him, but you know, but I think I just really wanted Neville to retain. That was all. And then, of course, the second championship match was the Intercontinental Championship that had been moved from for the main show to that. Yeah, that's what there was. The fans were the reason the women's match was moved to the pay-per-view. Yeah, because I think they really wanted the promise to miss, because after what happened, I heard that the last couple of times with the whole entire wrestling thing happened, I mean, they're trying their best to push in the women's, because otherwise a lot of bands would complain about this. Though I think the match that was not necessary was which I'll talk about that later, is John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. I mean, that was not necessary, but yeah. So back to the pre-show, and actually, yeah, I have to agree, because that was kind of sad. I mean, because Nia Jax got messed up. But anyway, okay, so talk about the pre-show. So the second match, the Intercontinental Championship match, I couldn't believe how that went. I mean, it's really sad that it had to be defended on the pre-show, because even though everybody wanted the women's championship matches to be happening, but it was just really kind of crazy, if you ask me. I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs and, you know, stuff, but, you know, Dean Ambrose still retained, and even though it would be bad enough if Ambrose won, because it was not, because then what are you going to do about the Intercontinental Championship? But anyway, the Battle Royale, I really want to get into that. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's still talking about this, is that the Battle Royale was kind of a shocker. I mean, at first I was hoping it was going to be one of the two NXT talents, either TN Bing or Killian, or I prefer to call him Big Demo. But instead, it turns out to be Mojo Rawley, and it's actually because I guess the explanation had to happen during the pre-show was of uh New England Patriots football player Ron Gronkowski had to be involved of, of because I guess they had to do it because especially because even though I couldn't believe Jinder Mahal had to be the one. I mean, that was actually sort of kind of pathetic. Like, no, well, yeah, that's true. That happened, but I think this feels like it's more like for a gimmick kind of thing than making this like what to get a title shot. I heard, but I thought it was during the pay per view. But I think it's for an upcoming. I guess for an upcoming show or whatever. I don't know. Um, but it was kind of crazy. Now, all right, it's just so everyone can get the WrestleMania. But yeah, I have to agree with that. Now the NXT. Now we go from there for the show, and the first match we all couldn't believe how that went, and is Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Everybody, I could tell from my Twitter feed, everybody was not happy about that, even though I didn't tweet along, so I just mostly was on my Instagram account. But I mean, what happened was it was really kind of I guess it was kind of crazy in a way how the match went. I know that I thought there was going to be like a lot of things happening, especially with I thought there was going to be a lot of high flying stuff and anything, but I don't know. It felt kind of not the same. Because I know Shane McMahon did that, used to did all this crazy, dangerous stuff, but it didn't go well. I thought it would be. I thought it was decent. Could have been better, but Shane's. Yeah. I have to agree. Shane's in ring skills are limited because he's getting older. I mean, no offense to him, but no. But that's how it is. Now the second match was the United States Championship, which apparently we've seen Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho for the title. I felt it was kind of weird, but I think there was a mention about this that I was watching somebody on YouTube, and they said that there was the reason why that this match had to happen. So yeah, Jericho is leaving. Yeah, he's going to be touring with Fozzy again. It's a kind of an agreement, I guess. Jericho have with WWE as long as he has some time so he can like do his music thing, and so apparently. So that's what's going on with Jericho. He's gonna be touring, and so that's what I heard. Now, the next match we had was the Raw Women's Championship, and I know that Bayley had to retain, but it was kind of awful because I was really faming of Nia Jax, and it's not just because she's related to The Rock. It's because she's so unique, for her height and her weight compared to those three opponents she went after. But I just couldn't believe how that angle went. That turned out to be that Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha just ended up pinning her, and that was not even fair. I mean, Nia should not got pinned like that by all three of them. That was awful. I mean, but it turns out to the ending that Bayley ended up retaining. after she um when she took it out. It was so stupid the way they booked it. Yeah, I have to agree. It was just awful. Now we have was supposed to be the Raw Tag Team Championship triple threat match, triple threat ladder match, but it turned still a fatal four way. Thanks a lot to the New Day being the host. I thought they were going to get involved, but after that, but they decided to shock everybody and bring out Matt and Jeff Hardy, or they're still going with the broken brilliance gimmick going on. It's a broken Matt Hardy and brother Nero. Yeah, I heard. I couldn't believe that. I was in shock myself. I think they're gonna use their entrance music, but I'm thinking they're still going with the broken brilliance gimmick that they started in TNA and took them to where they are now in WWE. But as the Raw Tag Team Champions. But the weirdest thing ever, I don't want to be negative anything, but the weirdest thing happened is with Cesaro and Sheamus. When they both came out, they were wearing kilts, and and jackets, and I was thinking, what the heck's going on? I mean, I usually kind of associate kilts with those who are Scottish, but as I know, there are some actually kilts are mostly would be associated with Scotland, but actually I heard it's also Irish people also would wear kilts, but it was kind of weird to see Cesaro wearing a kilt because he's from Switzerland, and I don't know. It was just a weird moment for me, but yeah, I mean, everybody was in shock about that. Now, all right, so the next match was the mixed tag team match, which I said it was not necessary because it was actually a little stage on play for like bring a storyline to continue. I mean, no sense whatsoever. Yeah, they don't make any sense anymore. And actually, to be honest with you, I didn't have a chance to watch. I didn't watch that because, to be honest, I actually knew John Cena was going to do this. It's because it was when John Cena showed up for the Today Show, and this was right before he was hosting the Kids Choice Awards. It was revealed that one of the hosts dropped it, saying that he's engaged. So I knew that was happening. I mean, I knew that already. So I guess they had it. So they probably did it privately, and they really want to make it publicly at WrestleMania, I guess. And going up against the Miz and Maurice, who are definitely married in real life, and I'm surprised that is making light into this. But I think that match was not necessary. Yeah, I had to agree. It was not necessary, but I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, things are so obvious. Yeah, I mean, if they could have done without that mixed tag team match, I mean, they could have just done it on Raw. But I guess they really wanted to make it in WrestleMania, and the weirdest part was I know there are a lot of people who are wondering, oh, who's this guy or what's Al Roker doing here? Well, Al Roker, I'm pretty sure the reason why he came in to be the special guest announcer because he's friends with John Cena. So that was the reason. I know there were others too, like Jimmy Fallon and Lily Singh were there. Yeah, I have to agree. They should have thrown that in the pre-show and had the Intercontinental Championship in the main event in the main card. I mean, that was ridiculous. So anyway, okay. So now we have the non-sanctioned match between, yeah, it's John Cena. I agree. Okay, so we're now talking about the non-sanctioned match between Seth Rollins and Triple H, and despite their entrances, oh my god, man, what is going on? I just gotta want to know what is going in the mind of Triple H. He is one upping every wrestle. He's one upping himself at every WrestleMania. Uh, I was cringing so hard when Triple H came out with that, but yeah, I mean that was so crazy. Especially with the police escort. I mean, when before they had to make things bigger. I mean, if you look in the past of Triple H's previous WrestleMania entrances, I mean, especially one year he had Motorhead had perform for him for his championship match. Um, I'd say there's more than once. I know that, but then I just did not get what was the deal with that motorcycle last night. I mean, he came out with Stephanie. I mean, that was just crazy. But and as for Seth Rollins, I didn't get what was the deal with the gold. That gold. I mean, I thought he could have waited until he was becoming champion and do that, but I don't know. It was kind of weird. But him having a what was it? A torch that used for like the Olympics. Um, that was way too weird. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was way too weird. I don't get that. It was obvious, but I don't know. But they went at it, and you can say that I used actually seen this before, and it was actually a it was back in 2008 when the George thing make things awkward. Yep, it was kind of awkward. I don't know what but that's how the guys. I guess this is how what the guys want to make sure the WrestleMania moment special. But um, I seen this sort of a non-sanctioned match with like this although there the difference between that sanctioned match that took place about how many years have been about almost 9 years to last night's match. I felt the ring gears was very not necessary for both of them. I mean, one of them could have wrestled like in street clothing, and that would make sense. But you know, it was WrestleMania. That was just way weird. But in the end, this whole entire match, despite Stephanie had to go through a table, Seth Rollins got the victory. Yeah, out of it. Now, the SmackDown Women's Championship match was, well, it had to happen. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure most of them really wanted somebody to win, but yeah, Stephanie had to go through a table. All right, so anyway, let's talk about this SmackDown Women's Championship match. Yeah, I mean, it had to happen, I guess, because since I've heard that Naomi is from Orlando, and I couldn't believe how she came out in neon. And I guess that's what she really wanted. She was like in a neon green. I like the match. Natalia botches the double shirt. Yeah, that was just bad. I guess Natalia has not been her. I guess not been much as how she would, especially what going on with her uncle Brett. But you know, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, Naomi definitely deserves to win because it's her hometown. I think everybody has probably been complaining about that at at Because usually when I heard about somebody who's their hometown, they would never win the title. But I guess a lot of people were complaining, so maybe this time was right. I mean, it made sense for, yeah, it definitely did make sense for Naomi to win, despite she was in all neon green. Although I'm surprised she didn't go for her lips too. I mean, then I really want to say something funny. I don't know. I don't want to say something stupid. All right, so now we have the WWE Championship match. I don't know how disturbed you guys were if you were watching that match, but I was definitely disturbed, sort of. Oh my god, Bray Wyatt got a little bit too crazy with the images. Although my Twitter feed was acting so crazy, he decided to turn this into since I follow a couple of guys who do gifts, they decided to turn this into like a kind of a joke, and mostly of kids and photoshopping. But Bray Wyatt doing that video. Bray needs Jesus in his life. Nah, no, it's Bray being so weird. We might as well have his dad come out and maybe wrestled against him or something like that. That was just too terrifying. But I'm but I guess Bray winning is a good thing. I'm not sure. I know the fans were like definitely booing at Randy. I guess because they really wanted Bray Wyatt to retain. And then again, I don't know. Okay, then we have. Alright, so then we go to the Universal Championship match. I guess Brock Lesnar winning it was a good thing, I guess. I don't know. All he had to do was win. Yeah. Good, nice for Bray Wyatt. Good mentioning of his brother. All he had to do was win was to believe. Yeah, referencing Bray's brother. I don't know. It'd be really funny if they can just book Bray Wyatt versus brother Bo Dallas and have their dad at ringside. Watch the third generation wrestlers to go at it. But anyway, let's talk about the Universal Championship match. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. I guess they had to make this match because of what's going on with it was just, I guess they had no choice to Goldberg in the I guess they had to have Goldberg lose the title to Brock Lesnar. So I guess Lesnar's champion, but I guess they had no other choice to make this for Brock being champion. But who is he going up against? I don't know, but oh, thank God. Yeah, but I usually I guess this is how it is because this is not the first time these two went at it. The first time these two went at it was at WrestleMania 20, and even though Goldberg had beat, yeah, mostly like Reigns. Yeah, yeah, they'll be talking about that. But anyway, so I mean, with Goldberg, they're going after Brock Lesnar was at WrestleMania 20, and even though Goldberg won, and somehow I don't know why, Stone Cold Steve Austin was as the special guest referee, but in the end, of that, despite Goldberg won at WrestleMania 20, I mean Stone Cold Steve Austin ended up stunning both wrestlers, but I guess Brock Lesnar defeating Goldberg proves that I guess Lesnar's still useful. Oh, all right, and then of course the final match ended WrestleMania 33 was Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Oh Dang it. Let's see if I can try. Alright. So Roman Reigns took it on against The Undertaker. I was really wanting to see The Undertaker to win, but I guess Roman Reigns had to win. And it was, and I think it was the only way to, I guess, end the Undertaker's wrestling career. Though somebody tweeted about this on my Twitter feed, and they thinking that it's not the end for The Undertaker, and he may have one more match at WrestleMania 34, but I believe this is WrestleMania 33, it's it. I mean, after what The Undertaker had done after Roman Reigns defeated him, I mean, I feel that's it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's done. I know he's definitely done. Because after all, and about yeah, I had to say that. Yeah, I guess because he's been wrestling for a very long time. I mean, long as, well, most of us, he's been wrestling before he was born. For most of us, that's right. He's been wrestling let me put this right. He has been wrestling since most of us before even we were born. Right. If you guys don't know, Undertaker has first started wrestling in 1980, or during the Day of the Territories. No, I'm gonna miss the Undertaker. I'm good. I'm gonna miss yeah, I agree. Anyway, so about the Undertaker. So if you guys don't know, the Undertaker has been wrestling since 1984, and I think maybe this is the year he's retiring. I mean, he has been wrestling since 1984, but he didn't debut into WWE until 1990, and that's probably some of you guys back when he was Mean Mark. Yep, definitely Days of Territory, and but when he debuted as the Undertaker in 1990, I'm pretty sure most of you who are watching me who are probably young as possible couldn't be born in the 1990s yet. I mean, I'm just, I guess, 5 years old probably when, yeah, I was definitely 5 years old when The Undertaker debuted on in WWE during the Survivor Series. But I think this will be it. But I don't know. I don't know how that will go, but anyway. All I remember was those horrible purple gloves. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people talk. The best of The Undertaker was, I guess, things happening when either The Undertaker had a lot of ring gears and stuff. I mean, when Undertaker was in the WWE. Yeah, but it's not 92. It's 90. I'm sure because that's when he was just debuted at the Survivor Series. I think I can try to pull that up, and because I'm right now on the WWE.com website. I'm on the WWE website. Let me see. Where is the page? It has the retired pay-per-views. Where is the current pay-per-views? Okay. Here we go. Survivor Series. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Whew. Let's see. Let me see if I Man, I guess they had changed the website so much. I used to had a chance to go and get the sorry. I usually can access the history, but huh, that's not good. Guys are really more focused on the current situation. All right, guys. I know this is ridiculous, but I'm gonna have no other choice. But I'm gonna use Wikipedia because WWE website is not showing any of the history. So when is Emma gonna come? I don't know. I don't know. If I heard that heard much, but I haven't heard anything from my sources as of late. But yeah. Okay. Um. All right. So let me answer to Jeffrey Steele. Yeah, Undertaker was. It said he says Undertaker was in the WWE back in '92. Actually, it was 1990 when he first debuted at Survivor Series because I had to pull it up off of Wikipedia, and he debuted when. Which one was it? Because I know this was all. Hmm. Oh, that's weird. Was he in the matches? Guess not. But she's going probably a stubborn soul for sure. Yeah, I know. Uh, I mean, you can actually find out if you guys really want to know about what the situation of going on. I highly recommend you guys go to prowrestlingsheet.com um to get information about what's going on. But I can't talk about that much. But anyway, let's see. So uh does anybody have any remarks or anything you want to say about last night or Saturday night eight's shows? Eva Marie. Hmm. I I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, you have to forgive me. I mean, no one knows much about her. All right. So, anybody who wants to have anything at all with any comments? Let me see. Is anybody on? No, nobody's on. Nobody's on YouTube. Ay ay ay. Okay, so I have been streaming for about 49 minutes today. All right, so let's see. So, does anybody else have anything regarding yesterday? I mean, last night or Saturday night before I have to end this? Hmm. Okay, guess not. Well, anyway, guys, I guess I have to end this right now. Um, Sami Zayn should have won the battle royal, but I don't. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the whole entire battle royal was ridiculous. I mean, it was kind of. It was just kind of ridiculous, but I know that it should not much happen. But with the whole your Mojo Rawley angle with that's saying a lot because okay. I hear ya. I just feel like the whole entire Mojo Rawley angle with Rob Gronkowski and having Jinder Mahal do it was kind of ridiculous. I mean, that was kind of pathetic in a way. I mean, some people thought Braun Strowman would won, but he got eliminated. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. If you guys are watching me on you can fan me right now if you want to. Um, I'll try to think about doing this again and soon. I'm not sure when. But if you guys are, but if you are on YouTube or if, bye, take care. Alright, but if you guys are on YouTube, you can check me right now. If you can subscribe to my channel. Well, I'll be posting a lot of videos and stuff. I have a sort of a blog up before I had coffee. Anyway, I'm gonna end this right now because I'm gonna go grab something to eat. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Yes.